Wir kommen zu einer ehemaligen Nummer 1 der PDC. Aktuell ist er der Weltranglistenachte, einer der erfolgreichsten Spieler überhaupt, der 5-malige Weltmeister Raymond Barney van Barneveld. Raymond van Barneveld darf ran gegen den BDO-WM-Finalisten von 2014. Seit 2015 ist er bei der PDC, hat inzwischen schon 3 Pro-Tour-Turniere gewinnen können, war unter anderem auch im letzten Jahr auf der European Tour erfolgreich. Die aktuelle Nummer 18 der Welt, Alan Chuck Norris.
Terrific evening session so far, and it could well be a case of the standard being maintained here. The number 8 seed Alan Norris against the man who is currently ranked number 8 on the order of merit, Raymond van Barneveld, a 5-time world champion. Norris's title defence at the German Darts Championship in Hildesheim lasted only 2 matches, as he was eliminated in the last 16 by Kim Huybrechts. So looking to just perhaps give 1 or 2 reminders as to what he's capable of, but this perhaps one of the toughest draws he could have wished for as far as his opening salvo is concerned, Dan Dawson.
Yes, well, let's go back to 2 days after Christmas. You know, you're watching a lot of rubbish telly, you're feeling bloated from 48 hours of solid eating and drinking.
Sounds like last night for me, actually. Never mind Christmas.
And then the darts came back on at Ali Pali, and we were treated to Raymond van Barneveld, Alan Norris in the second round. And Barney gave him a hiding. He won it 4-0. Raymond van Barneveld was on a mission at Ali Pali. Not only did
As he often is.
Well, yes, quite. But he was achieving things that even the great RVB hadn't done in many years, such as beating Phil Taylor at the World Championship.
Throw first. Game on.
Yeah, 4-0 that day against Norris, and I think the head-to-head standings now stand at 4-0 as well in favour of RVB.
Yes, indeed. There are only 2 players to have beaten Alan Norris on all 4 occasions they've played. Nobody's beaten him more without Norris getting a win against him. Peter Wright is the other player to have played 4-1-4 against Alan Norris.
85.
Raymond van Barneveld looking to go out on his own at the head of that list with 5-0 as Alan Norris, well, seems to encourage the crowd singing Barney Army. It's a bold strategy. But he's not really a shrinking violet, Alan Norris.
No. You'll never find him in the kitchen at parties, put it that way. Mentioned that defeat by Kim Huybrechts in Hildesheim. He responded well to that defeat, by the way, did Norris. He made the semi-finals of the 5th Players' Championship event of the year in Milton Keynes. It was his 4th semi-final in a ranking event this year.
Well, he won the opening Players' Championship, indeed, Alan Norris. Beat Peter Jakes, surprise run for the Yorkshireman.
Yeah, he'll be in Saarbrücken next weekend as well.
He will. A Euro Tour debut for Peter Jakes. We look forward to seeing him in action.
He's a bit like Joe Cullen, isn't he? A postman from Yorkshire.
Yes. Hopefully not quite as ill as Joe Cullen has been today.
Joe Cullen, by the way, much, slightly younger than Peter Jakes as well, might I add.
About half the age.
All right, no need to rub it in. Peter, sorry.
100. Raymond requires 64.
Okay, so Barney for a holder throw, treble 16 for double 8.
Nothing wrong with being 43, by the way. Anyway, Barney, double 8s. There it is. Neat and tidy stuff to start things off for
second leg Allen to throw first. Game on.
Raymond van Barneveld averaging just shy of 97 in his opening round win against Michael Ploy. That's not how you pronounce it.
60.
But it is going to be how I pronounce it from now on. Having come through qualifying, he was pushed by Darren Johnson, who's in the form of his life at the minute, actually. Another Yorkshire darts player, Darren Johnson. Took Barney all the way to a deciding leg. He's playing in the UK qualifiers, Barney. Normally he'd come through the Europeans, but because of various Premier League commitments, etc.
He's granted special dispensation.
He is indeed.
100.
Just wondering how that, well, which he would prefer, I suppose. difficult to know sometimes because he made a hash of European qualifying last year anyway.
Yeah,
So
I mean, he only qualified for 1 and he tried to qualify for 6. And he was, I mean, off the top of my head, he was beaten by Mike de Decker, Jan Decker, János Varga, the Hungarian. There's 3 people who beat him. A couple more besides.
96.
And that was why he was left throwing the kitchen sink in Sindelfingen last year when he was trying to salvage a place in the European Championship.
Ultimately.
Fell short. Not by much.
85.
Only by 1 game.
Yeah.
Need to make the final.
Lost to Peter Wright in the semi, 6-2. And that was his last chance because he knew he hadn't qualified for Hildesheim as well. Alan Norris just pursed lips here. Down on 205, make that 185.
141.
And Barney has a chance here to break. He's got room for manoeuvre. 141 won't go this time, but
50.
Well, I was going to say he's in good shape to win this leg. He still is.
Well, he may, depending on what route he goes for the 91. Some players will go bullseye first to guarantee at least a dart at the bullseye. If he doesn't and goes treble 17, he may not get a dart at all for the leg. And Alan Norris should get 2 darts for the leg. So, which route's Barney? Well, he's gone the aggressive route, treble 14. And he doesn't get a dart for the leg now.
51.
That's the downside of
And
it.
you require 45.
It is. But then again, when you're a 5-time world champion, you probably back yourself to hit 1 treble with either your first 2 darts. Oh dear, you missed the big number, Alan.
Well, it's not the end of the world yet, Alan Norris. Just refocus here.
Double 10.
Well,
he rescued it. And a typically understated Alan Norris celebration.
Game on.
But that just illustrates how important that leg was for Alan Norris, because had he found himself 2-0 down, when Barney gets a bit of momentum going, he's very difficult to stop sometimes, and I think Norris more than appreciated that there.
Yeah, he's like that boulder in Indiana Jones. You just got to get out of the way of it.
Just drag your hat away just at the last minute. Barney trailed 3-1 yesterday, didn't he?
60.
Against Ploy.
He was in a spot to bother against Ploy.
But as he's done so many times, he dug himself out of it. Averaged 96.9 in the end almost.
96.
145 checkout in there as well, just for good measure. Had an 11 dart break as well in that leg as well. 7 leg 7 for a 4-3 lead. Norris here 180, just keeps himself interested in this 3rd leg on the Barney throw.
Could do more than keep him interested.
100.
Effectively stolen the darts here.
Just 1 or 2 question marks about Barney's finishing at times yesterday as well. When he was leading 4-3, he then looked all set to go 5-3. If
140.
See if Norris takes that out. Missed darts at double 16, double 8 and double 4, and he was messing around, and then all of a sudden he was pegged back again. So Barney, problems with his doubles yesterday, but not so with his trebles there.
121.
Chance for Norris to break. Barney, remember, only a few moments ago looking at 91 for a 2-0 lead. He might be about to go 2-1 down, looking at the 11s. It is a single 11 for bullseye. And Chuck unable to find the button.
Raymond, you require 68.
Barney will look at 68. Playing his specs, familiar sight now, that.
Yeah. De rigueur.
Topsy once.
48.
Well,
and you
this
require
time
25.
It's Barney with the pursed lips, and Norris all of a sudden is looking at a very realistic break off throw here. Double 8 then he wants for a 2-1 lead. Just inside the wire for double 4.
21.
So he had 25 in the last leg, and he decided to go
20.
5 for double 10. He had 25 this and hit it.
Yeah.
This time he's gone 9 double 8.
Big shot in the 3rd leg. Ruben Barneveld. Fourth leg Allen to throw
And he's missed
first.
double 8 and he's missed double 4 as well. So,
Dart players, eh?
Barney's got away with that one to some extent.
140.
Barney has won on the European Tour.
He certainly has.
Would you care to tell me when, Rob Millard?
Yes, I can do that. It was in 2014.
You're lying to me.
Lying. Well, I might be wrong, but I'm not lying. Let me just double check.
45.
no, it was 2012, his very first year, European Darts Open in Dusseldorf, beat Chizzy 6-4 in the final.
Indeed.
140.
It's been a long while coming for Raymond van Barneveld to go and claim another European Tour title, join that elite club of players who've won more than one.
140.
It was Vincent van der Voort I was thinking of in 2014.
At the Austrian Darts Open, beating Jamie Caven in the final.
Let's get my Vans mixed up.
Well, easily done.
90.
90 knocked off. Raymond van Barneveld looking at the bullseye there, because had he hit the 25, he would have left that 156, for which he is so noted taking out. Alan Norris giving us the full
Repertoire.
Amdram histrionics at every dart that doesn't go where it's supposed to go.
Almost Peter Cushing-esque the way he did that one.
Raymond record 131.
Well, again, Norris just flashes of good stuff and then just flashes of eyebrow-raising material as well.
57. Alan, you record 108.
Needs a treble. Gets the treble. Double top. Lovely stuff. 108 checkout for Alan Norris. More fish-shaking celebrations for the big man. Based in Scotland, originally from the West Country. And a Man City fan, so
has
take the bones out of that.
As well,
yeah. He's fluent. He's a real polyglot. Knows a lot of languages.
120.
Bit of Spanish, I think, as well.
I think most of them are swear words, but he does know. He does actually speak a lot of, basic stuff. Yeah, there's some constructive stuff. And he speaks Swedish very well, I assume. I mean, he's talked to me. I've got no idea whether it's good or not.
Does it enable him to qualify or come through the NVQs, the
I
Nordic
don't
Baltic
think that
qualifiers
counts.
with Daniel Larsson? Could have had a chat with Daniel Larsson.
59.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
Barney, 50 years old. Next Thursday, I do believe. It's Premier League night as well. I think he's facing Van Gerwen too. What a birthday that could be for him.
Well, Raymond van Barneveld is usually quite good on birthdays. Certainly is on his grandson's birthday. You can see his name on the collar of his shirt there, Mason.
21.
Does not lose on Mason's birthday. Thankfully, it comes during the World Championship. Pointed out before, all he needs to do is just make sure that his daughter produces many, many more children all around the major tournaments.
And then if they all have two birthdays, like the Queen, for example,
yes,
that will double his chances.
Yeah.
So.
Just have 365 grandkids, one on each day, and then he will become unbeatable. Another chance for Norris to get a breaker throw here. Doesn't like that dart. That one's a lot better.
81.
Well, 1, 2, 3. Saw Roby John Rodriguez take that out spectacularly this afternoon to beat Benito van der Pass.
Yes, another champagne
91.
moment that we've had this second day of the German Darts Masters. Norris then on 1, 2, 3. That leaves 104. Treble 18 leaves him the bullseye, but he's off target.
84.
Further away than last time for Alan Norris, who's... Well, he's animating, isn't he?
Arms in the air, waving his arms in the air like he just don't care.
But he does.
He clearly cares. This clearly matters to him. He's a European Tour winner and he wants
39.
more.
See Alan Norris just wiping his darts there. He actually has another set of darts that he'll switch between. Oh, well, missed the big number again. Now, he did this last time, then hit the big number and took out the dart. He only got one dart at the double. He only needed one dart at the double.
I wasn't laughing at the missed darts. I was just laughing at the reaction from Norris there, by the way.
19.
And once again, the histrionics are there, the gestures are there, the frustration is clearly evidence. Norris should be 3-2 in front. He could well find himself 3-2 down here. Barney's not over the line just yet, but he is now.
Short and a fifth leg.
Well, let's note that one down as a potential turning point of this match, should Norris go on to lose. Kicks off with a 5, but...
85.
Barney, as usual, serene self, despite the...
gliding through.
Yeah. Placid lake compared to...
the choppy waters of...
100.
Raging torrent of Alan Chuck Norris.
We mentioned sinkholes earlier, more like that for Norris at the moment.
139.
Kim Huybrechts awaits the winner of this one. Van Gerwen and John Michael waiting in the wings. They're on stage
100.
next. Christo Reyes and Mervyn King to round things off tonight.
Yeah, it was the Swede Daniel Larsson who was beaten by Kim Huybrechts earlier on today. Pretty convincingly, it has to be said. Kim only averaging in the low to mid-90s, 92.5-ish.
Yeah, Larsson stayed with him for a bit, but then Huybrechts just eased away in the end.
Pretty much the averages we're seeing here, actually.
60.
6-2.
Very little between them, as the stats and indeed the scoreline suggests. Norris
prowling the stage once more.
He should get Fitbit on. He's covering a lot of ground.
He's done his 10,000 steps today in this
57.
match alone. Cheer up.
Alan Norris, Raymond van Barneveld. Come on. You know what? This is probably just a prelude for her. She's probably one of the Merverts.
140.
Waiting for the return of the king.
She could be a deadly rosette.
Well, seeing both of them. Deadly Rose, John Michael.
100.
Taking on Michael van Gerwen. She's got the look of a Mervert to me. Well, the old Dutch route for the 101.
61.
And Norris
Alan, you
to
require
hold his
76.
throw. 16 for tops. Well, he's hit the treble.
Well, that's okay, double four.
72.
And it was a similar checkout that secured him the title in Hildesheim in October, finished on double four, having hit treble 16, so I thought he was going to do that again there, but it wasn't to be. Van Barneveld takes out tops and he leads by 4 legs to 2, and at long last we have
Raymond to throw
just
first.
a chink, more than a chink of daylight between these two now. A 2-leg cushion for Barney to work with here. Norris swinging his arms now, limbering up at the back of the stage.
He does enjoy a swing of the arms, Alan Norris.
Doesn't enjoy points on the floor.
80.
Yeah, you can see that looked to have caught the flight and it just deflected. It took the pace out of the dart and it was going in a horrible angle anyway, and it just didn't have the power to stay on the board. I think he probably only missed out on a point.
44.
But Barney, quite obligingly, has scored 44 just to offer Norris a way back in. One which he is taking. Apart from he's dropped his third dart, bends down, picks it up, steps across, looks for the 180, and this would be a good one.
140.
Norris a finalist at the Lakeside, of course, where Raymond van Barneveld won 4 of his 5 world titles.
140. 91.
Does have 3 PDC titles to his name, Alan Norris.
$137.
Very nicely done, Raymond van Barneveld. Leaves himself double top after 12 darts. He's just taken out double top in the previous leg, and this is to go within 1 leg of the next round. Norris has fired in a maximum to leave himself double 5, just to try and create some noise in the hall, I think. A little smirk on Barney's face. He knows what he's doing. He knows his game. Has he got the game to combat it?
He hasn't.
No score.
He hasn't, and all of a sudden Norris is looking at double 5 for a break back hit. Well, that's 180 as well as getting the crowd going. Might actually give him some salvation here, but he's in the madhouse. And look at the reaction from Alan Norris. Absolutely brilliant recovery.
Alan to throw first.
Was,
game on.
Well, 3rd favourite in that one, let alone 2nd favourite. I mean, that was just very, very unlikely.
Well,
the persistence paying off, and the break back is there.
96.
Yeah, the break back from Norris, throwing to level it up at 4 apiece. Could have been 5-2 down. And Barney hit any of those 3 missed darts at double top. They've just taken the wind out of the 5-time world champion sails. As you say, Barney's been quite consistent so far this season. You know, we've had a number of quarter-final runs from him without going any further.
60.
But you kind of feel that certainly the opening couple of rounds of these European Tour events play into his hands. He's only got the 1 game to prepare for, and he can focus on that. It's when Barney has to play game after game after game after game, he talks about his stamina and his health and his diabetes and managing all this stuff and how it's hard work for him.
138.
But he's only had one game to prepare for today. And you expect Raymond van Barneveld, in the form that he's been in, to be able to turn up and play
100.
something like the 5-time world champion that he is. Not quite hitting the heights at the moment. He does have slender advantage. That gets him down to a finish, but Norris still the favourite for this leg, and we could have a level game. Is it ball? Or is it treble 18? Well, treble 18, a sensible shot, and Norris just wiping the darts again. Not sure how many times he's changed his darts. He does change regularly. He'll wander off to the table and he'll change without you even knowing. They're exactly the same.
54.
He just likes having a fresh set of darts in his hand. Switch back and forth just to try and maintain a certain level of grip on. Good darts. Wonderful darts. Oh, nearly a stupendous visit from Raymond van Barneveld.
That would have been typical Barney had he pulled that one out of the bag. Norris, as it is, has a gilt-edged opportunity here to get back on terms at 4 apiece, and he's taken that opportunity. And again, the reaction is one to savour for the crowd as well, and Dan Dawson just really appreciated that one.
I like it. He's an uncomplicated man, Alan Norris, both as a dart player
and left in no doubt as to what he's thinking, what he's feeling, what he's going through.
If he likes something, he'll celebrate it, and he will celebrate it in the manner of a large man from Yeovil.
96.
Who is just thoroughly making the most of this new opportunity in life. Hey, he's been on the PDC circuit now a couple of years or so.
140.
Since deciding to make the switch, came through Q School, gave it a go, felt there were opportunities to be pursued. He's pursued them, he's hunted them down, he's still after more.
43.
And he's still exasperated, even though he's going the distance here with Barney at 4 apiece.
Well, look, he won his first title on the Players' Championship Series. That was in Dublin, the one before the Grand Prix.
Yeah,
and then he added the European Tour title at the back end of last year. He's had a third title this year. He's on the up. He's moving on up through the rankings. He's at world number 18 now. You look at the people around. Some people are on the slide, but he appears to be going from strength to strength. And if he continues to make the progress that he is doing, then who's to say you couldn't see Alan Norris go and make the Premier League next season and the season after? I think he's going to have to go and turn it on and make a big TV final. But
well, he went close recently, didn't he?
Well, he did. He was a semi-finalist at the UK Open. He wasn't that far off Gerwyn Price in that game.
No, not at all.
Range record 124.
And he's got the package. He celebrates big, but wait. Yeah, well, no need to go for 14 balls, so he'll just set it up and come back and look at double 16. But yeah, Norris, he scores big, he can take out big shots, he celebrates, he's a character.
He's multilingual.
Yeah.
We love him.
140.
Big fan.
Range record 32.
Big fan of this man, though. A Premier League stalwart looking to make it 5-4. Can he?
A lot of ground covered there.
Where are you going, Barney? Barney looking to go to the old West Germany, in the east.
16.
There you see from that camera angle just how much was covered by those first 2 darts. Little wonder he couldn't pick his way through.
Well,
couldn't nutmeg them.
He missed 3 darts at tops in that 7th leg, and Norris broke. He's missed 3 darts in this leg, but Norris will not break on this occasion.
98.
Not on this visit at any rate. Barney will get another go at double 8 to go within a leg of the last 16 and a place in the 3rd round to face Kim Huybrechts. Is that another awkward one? Not awkward enough for the 5-time world champion. Finds his way through. And Norris on the brink needs to hold his throw here and find a break.
96.
Yeah, there was a lot of room there for another treble 19, but he couldn't find his way through. Barney, how can he kickstart things here in this 10th leg with a ton?
100. 100. 100.
Classic Barney Ton, that, just working his way up to the treble bed.
Well,
stacking
I was
them
just
on
going to
top.
say 100 straight and true from Norris and Van Barneveld last 3 visits, but Norris needs to recover here.
83.
Now then, Barney, what have you got here?
Oh, perfect. Really, really good.
145.
Well, Raymond Van Barneveld leaves the 156, which we know he loves. And it's just an example of Raymond Van Barneveld, something he's done all the way through his career. When he needs a big visit, he finds a big visit, and he can turn games in his favour. Can he find this to close it out? Well, it's not going to happen on this occasion. Norris will look at the 96 to take us to a deciding leg.
And 60. It's the sort of match that I think warrants a deciding leg as well.
96.
Fascinated to see it go the distance if Norris can deliver. And he's not going to get a go at the double. Barney may well do, though. Treble 20 for double 18. For a 6-4 win.
Barneveld, 96 points away from a place in the 3rd round.
Double. Gets the first double. Looking at double 18 now. Oh, one match dart missed by Barney. I think it was a sensible choice.
40.
This time it's Barney's turn to throw up the hands, as if to say, how did that happen? Norris here tops to force a decider. He's nearly dropped his darts again. Double 10. He has dropped his darts this time. He's all over the place. He needs double 5. He needs to pick his darts up and find double 5. Otherwise, you feel that could be that.
This would be right up there if this one goes in. Talk about a pressure finish.
It's been a long time coming, this shot. And,
30.
well, wouldn't you know it? Maybe a bit too long coming.
Raymond, you require 18.
He was fumbling around. He dropped his darts. He repositioned himself, and when he eventually threw it, he was way off target. Double 9 for Barney then. That's the danger. He has split it. Double 4 he wants now for the match.
10.
And that is some way off as well.
Alan, you require 10.
18's missed by Barney. 9's missed by Barney. 4's missed by Barney. 3 match darts have all gone begging. Alan Norris to take us to an 11th and deciding leg. Seen a number of deciding leg games today. Is Norris going to take us to another? Well, not right now he's not, because he misses inside. And Raymond Van Barneveld will get more match darts. And surely Barney closes it out here. Double 4 for a 6-4 win in a meeting with Kim Huybrechts in the 3rd round, down for double 2. And there it is. Raymond Van Barneveld, a shrug of the shoulders. And Alan Norris, a title winner on the PDC Tour already this year, will not add to his collection this weekend in Jena. Barney faces Huybrechts, and we've got a couple of games left for you this evening at the Happy Bet German Darts Masters. Christo Reyes and Mervyn King will round off the night. But coming up next, it's a couple of Michaels. Michael van Gerwen, the 2-time world champion, the world #1, against the record-breaking, history-making 14-time champion of Greece, John Michael.
Für sich entscheiden kann. Bezwingt Alan Norris mit 6:4. Einen Applaus für Alan Chuck Norris. Raymond, that was an intensive match. My goodness.
No, it's all about the doubles. I played Pro Tour last week. I told you before, I missed so many doubles in them 2 days. It's getting in your head, you know. I played Premier League last Thursday. I lost, you know, against Adrian. Then you come up here to Jena, not with a lot of confidence, right? Saturday, 1st round, top 16 in Sunday, losing on Thursday. So there's not much time to think about it, because you're traveling to Jena again. And of course we're getting tired of all the traveling, but that's for all the opponents, that's for all the players. But to me, I never ever felt comfortable tonight. I don't know, yesterday the same, maybe a bit tiredness. I hope I can improve tomorrow, but this is not the way Raymond Van Barneveld can play darts. Happy though, really happy.
Yeah. Once you miss doubles, do you change something in your practice, or is it you're still doing your routine?
Sometimes a flight. Sometimes you say, when I was practicing on Thursday against Adrian Lewis, after an hour I switched my flights, you know, to slim flights. I played a match, 5 180s, one time 171, a 128 finish. Everyone texts me, Ray, what are you doing? You're playing so good. I said, I'm not playing bad. Adrian Lewis was playing fantastic. He was playing phenomenal with a 9-darter. And sometimes you have to stay with yourself and do what you think you got to do. And don't listen to someone else, because with the same flights, I never played my A game tonight. So maybe with the slim flight, it was fantastic. We never know.
And you're experienced enough to choose the right flights.
That's true. And yeah, maybe tomorrow I will switch. I don't know yet. So.
It's good to have you tomorrow in the tournament. Thank you very much. Raymond van Barneveld. Um das so ein bisschen zu